What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Mark II Mitch auction video. Now today we're up in Newcastle visiting WB & Sons auction house for their October classic car auction. There's tons of lots around us. My job today is to keep my hands in my pockets, but I'll show you guys around the classics and what they go for. First classic cars of the auction are these two GTIs. Now the blue one is a 1.6 GTI, and the one we're going to be focusing on is this 1.9 Peugeot GTI. First registered in May 1990, is just showing 93,000 miles and MOT until July next year. One quirky feature I've just spotted is the mats, the Simpsons mats. I've never seen them before. It's said that the GTI is presented in original condition, with an exception of an engine rebuild back in 2007 at 66,000 miles, which included adding a fast road spec cylinder head and camshaft. I've just been reading that the work was carried out by some Peugeot specialists, and it come with a rolling road printout of 150 brake horsepower. Overall, the bodywork is looking in really good condition, along with the alloy wheels. I just can't get over how good these two look together. And the estimate on the 1.9 Peugeot GTI is £7,000 to £9,000.
H250, we are once, twice, and selling at £8,250. Sold net.
Moving on to a classic Ford now. This Mark II Escort was first registered in May 1980 as a GL spec 1.3 litre 4-door saloon. But it's now a 2-door, as you can see. There's been some extensive fabrication to make this into a 2-door, including adding them rear quarters without the doors in. But I don't think it looks too bad. Now, if you can't tell already, it is an unfinished project that's being sold, but it does have the engine in there. We've got a 2-litre Pinto with some twin 45s on the sides. It's looking nice in there, but unfortunately it does not run, or I don't think it's been tested to run, so it'd need a bit of fettling to get that up and running. The Mark II was being built to compete in race and rally events, but as you can see, it is a half-finished project, but nothing someone can't finish off. As you can see, the battery's been relocated in the boot, and it's also got its aluminium fuel tank. Now, I'm quite surprised at the estimate on this. It's £5,000 to £7,000. So let's find out what that goes for.
Provisionally selling that to the internet at only £4,000, but once, twice, I'm provisionally selling that at £4,000.
I've just come across this BMW 318i, which is in immaculate condition, but I do want to go online and check the MOT history. But before I go online, I need to give a massive thank you to this video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is a virtual private network which keeps all of your personal information safe and encrypts all information sent between your device and the internet. Surfshark's clean web feature allows you to block ads, trackers and malware, allowing you to surf the web freely. Also, with Surfshark, you can change your virtual location, so you can unlock content that is not available in your country already, meaning content that can't be accessed in your country can be available at a click of a button. As you can see, by simply changing my virtual location on Netflix to America, I can unlock many films and programs not available in the UK. If you use my code Mark2 MK2, you can get yourself an extra 3 months completely free. There's no risk involved because Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a no-brainer to keep you safe on the internet. So make sure you check the link in the description below and make sure you get yourself signed up to Surfshark VPN. Now, I've got to say, this is probably one of my favourite cars of the auction, a 1994 BMW 318i Touring. It's a Lux model with the injection engine. I'm not quite sure what it is about these E30s, especially the estates that I love. They're just so boxy and retro. Yeah, really do have a soft spot for these. It really isn't often that you find one of these in great condition with hardly no rust on it. Considering this one has done 186,000 miles, I think it's definitely survived well. I've just opened the bonnet to reveal the 1.8 engine. I know that's not the biggest engine you can get for a BMW, but yeah, it's all there and running. The E30 Touring does have MOT until March next year, so it's on the road and ready to drive home. Another thing that I really like about these BMWs is the wheels. I'm not quite sure if they are BBS ones or not. I'm not too clued up on them. Either way, I do really like that pattern of alloy. I've just opened the boot. It's absolutely massive. Now, this BMW does have a few added extras, including this rear load cover. But yeah, very nice and clean in there. Anyway, I'm going to have to walk away from the E30 Touring before I sell it to myself. The estimate today is £4,000 to £5,000.
We've got 2.5 over here, looking for 2,750 there, 2,750 further back there. In there I can see you have a requested one for 3,000, there we go. £3,000, £4,000. But once, twice, I'm provisionally selling at £4,000.
Next up, we've spotted this 1984 Vauxhall Cavalier SRI, which was supplied new by Keith and Boyle of Clapham, London. The original price for this was £8,119. I've got to say the gold metallic paintwork looks immaculate. There's not a blemish in it. And I also love the cream Recaros. They just look lovely in there. It's an automatic, as we can see down there. The Cavalier is showing 92,000 miles, which, looking at previous MOT certificates and service stamps, the auction house believed to be genuine. And it's also only had 4 previous keepers, the current one since 2008. It's got a very cool back to the 80s sticker in the back. And also, another big bonus, it comes with a full boot of spares. Anyway, I think that's a very presentable Cavalier, and the estimate today is £7,000 to £9,000.
4,250 on the floor there, 4,250. Vision selling a bit of weight there on that one at just 4,250. Vision selling 4,250, then once, twice. Vision selling Joby's telephone at just 4,250.
Check out what we've just spotted, this 1991 Vauxhall Astra GTE, 16 valve. Passed from the father to the daughter in 2003, this one family-owned car is just showing 1 previous keeper. Now, this GTE really is in immaculate condition. It's very impressive. And I'll tell you what's even more impressive, the mileage. It's got a genuine 53,000 miles on it. 53,000 miles, that's crazy. With the sale, the GTE comes with its lock and wheel nut, 2 sets of keys with immobiliser fobs and large history file, which includes the original dealer tax disc holder and even the original PDI. The interior really is in great condition. I love it. Also got its digital dash there, and it's also got its electric window switch there and the electric adjustment for the wing mirrors. And it's even got an original dealer sticker in the rear window. Even the engine bay is in really presentable condition. Doesn't look like it's been tarted up, but it's just generally very, very clean. And the estimate today is £18,000 to £22,000.
On sale there at just 2,000, what? £22,500. 24,500 on Johnny's phone at 24,500. Back with me at £25,000, yeah. 25,500 there, 25,500. Back with me at £26,000 now. 26,500, be a bit quicker. 26,500 now. Back with me at £27,000. And we are once, twice, and if you want 27,500, you go now, because we are on sale at £27,000. Sold.
Next up, we've got a real treat for the Ford lovers. This is a 1992 Ford Escort RS Cosworth, which is in great condition. The clocks are showing at 11,000 miles, but it's believed to be 111,000 miles. Finished with its black leather interior. The Escort Cosworth has got MOT until September 2024. The wheels have been upgraded to these Raceline RL7 alloys, which are in immaculate condition. Haven't got one imperfection on them. It's also got some Moretz headlights at the front, which I personally really like, but please do let me know if they're your cup of tea in the comment section below. I really do love the rear of these Escort Cosworths. They look brilliant with the spoiler, and I also believe that this is being sold with the Cos number plate. Anyway, that really is a dream car, and in such a rare colour. The estimate today is £55,000 to £65,000.
37.5, 38,
£38,000 at £38,000. No money for a Cosworth for £38,000. £43,000 then, provisionally sold, internet bidder, all finished, all done at £43,000. That is provisional, sir.
Now, someone in the comment section of these classic car auction videos wants to see more Range Rovers or Land Rovers. I've just stumbled across this 1994, it says Land Rover / Range Rover Vogue. I've just lifted the bonnet up to reveal the 3.9 litre V8 engine, which is fuel injected and showing 139,000 miles. I think you would feel like the king of the road in one of these. It does sit up very high. Now, this Range Rover only has 5 previous keepers and it is an automatic. One thing I do absolutely love is the colour of this. It's called Mosswood Green and it's got the matching wheels in that colour as well. And the estimate today is £10,000 to £14,000.
If we don't see a start at £5,000, I will pass it through because it's worth a lot more than that. Nobody want it? Not the day for it? The Vogue, beautiful colour. No?
Here we have a very rare beast in a 1972 Mk1 Transit. When was the last time you saw a Mk1 Transit on the road? Very rare. Now, this would have originally came with a 1.6 petrol engine, but it's now been converted to a diesel engine. We've just come into the interior, loving the big old skinny steering wheel. It's showing 42,000 miles on a Mk1 Transit, but there's not enough paperwork to warrant that. The seats have seen better days, they're all teared and ripped, but I think that just adds to the character. Right, let's have a look in the back. Now, there's not a lot in the back of this because the previous owner was planning to convert it into a camper van. It does have some 240 sockets here, so it's all wired up. It just needs a bed in the back of it. But overall, I think that's really cool to see one in 2023 with an estimate of just £4,000 to £6,000. I think that's really great.
22.50 bid. Anyone else? 25 on the net. 25 bid. 25 I've got. 25 bid. 25. It's on the internet. 25. All done. All sure then. Very provisional low at 25. Net provisional.
Now, talking about rare cars, here's a 1975 Citroen GSX. Now, apparently, this is just one of 3 left on the UK roads. Originally supplied by Bell & Co of Croydon, this is just showing 4 previous keepers. Look at that steering wheel, that is so unique and quirky. So weird. Loads of dials on the dash as well, to be fair. Yeah, can't say I've ever looked inside one of these before. Now, I needed Lauren to hold the camera for this because I've got to use both hands, but these seat belts are so strange. Like, if you come a bit closer, you have to loop them in here and then lock them in. And then that's how you release them. Very quirky. I've just opened the bonnet to reveal the spare wheel and the engine. I'm be completely honest with you guys, I'm not too sure about the details of this engine. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below. There must be someone who's a genius and knows a lot about these cars. Considering this is just one of 3 left in the UK, the estimate is only £3,000 to £4,000.
On sale to the net at £3,500. The hammer's up. We're once, twice and selling at £3,500.
Right, up next is a 1973 Triumph GT6, which has recently undergone an extensive restoration. We've just lifted up the bonnet to reveal the 2-litre engine, which is looking in great condition. Everything on this car has been restored or replaced. Just popped into the interior. It's looking really nice in here with its wooden dash. Now, it's got no mileage listed, so I'm not quite sure if that got reset after the restoration. And also, it is MOT exempt. The GT6 was subject to a full respray and new rubber seals in BMW Austin Yellow, a colour seen on the M3 and M4 models. I've got to say, that looks lovely. Anyway, today at WB & Sons auction, the estimate is £15,000 to £20,000.
At £8,000, submitting at £8,000, it's internet bid of £8,000. £8,000 bid, if you're sure and gone. Last chance at £8,000. 8,000.
Next up, we've got this 1986 Siera XR4 Vauxhall. And the first thing that strikes me is the cracked dash, but you can get replacements. That's not the end of the world. As we move on to the exterior, it's in immaculate condition with the black paintwork almost looking like glass. Really shiny in here. Now the XR4x4 has had the same keeper since 1997 and it's recently been recommissioned after being stored for a number of years. It also features a stainless steel exhaust now. I've just opened the bonnet and I was reading a minute ago that this is fitted with a MT75 gearbox, upgraded, replacing the weaker Type 9 box, and it's also fitted with an upgraded Cosworth front prop shaft. The Siera is showing 97,000 miles and it's sold with 2 keys, as well as a large history file. The XR4x4 is being sold today after 26 years of ownership, and the estimate is £4,000 to £6,000.
In the room next, sorry, in the room first, 4,750, stickers £5,000, one more, you want to roll it here, one more, it's good for YouTube views, come on, 5,000 here now, 5,000 here now, 5,555 in the hole there now, 5,500 in the hole there now, 5,750 to 6,000 sir, try it one more, see what happens at 6,000 now, 6,000, 6,000 in the hole there now, £6,000 in the hole, 6,250 back on that sir, the hammer's up, we are once, twice, I'm selling at 6,750. Sold.
Next up, I've just found this absolutely stunning 1971 Volkswagen Beetle, which is now tax and MOT exempt. A really clean and immaculate interior. I'm loving that old steering wheel. I wonder if it's one that's got the horn when you push that down. Is that the horn? I don't know. Anyway, it's really nice in here. It's also got some fresh cream seats. Oh, look at that. Yes, I love that. All of the beer mats for the roof. Now that is a bit of me. Now in the back here, we should have, yep, there it is, the original 1300 air-cooled engine, which is looking in great condition. The VW Beetle is showing 24,000 miles, although it's unwarranted. There's not enough history and documentation to back that up. It's been subject to a light restoration recently, including a respray and these new alloy wheels, which I absolutely love. I've just been reading, and although the Beetle is tax and MOT exempt, it is MOT'd until July next year, so that's something to go off of. And today at WB & Sons, the estimate is £7,000 to £8,000.
At just £4,500, provisional say on the internet at £4,500 only. Provisional that then, provisional.
Next up, I've just found this 1985 Volkswagen Scirocco GTS, which has had one owner from new. The description of the GTS does say that the family who purchased this from new lived on the Isle of Man, and that's where it spent most of its life. It did go to France with them, but it was brought back to the UK earlier this year. As I said, this has only had one keeper, so it's had no previous keepers, and the mileage is showing 88,000 miles. The engine bay matches the condition of the rest of the vehicle. Very nice and presentable. And the estimate on the VW GTS today is £6,000 to £8,000.
Coming at 32.50, 135 any rush, 32.50 big. Again on the net, 32.5 the Shocco, 32.50 Citroen, 32.5 big, all done. If you're sure, at just 32.50. It's provisional there, 32.50.
And there we have it. That was WB & Sons October Classic Car Auction. And what a sale it was. I was really impressed at a couple of the vehicles that made strong money. That Astra GTE, the hammer price was £27,000, but I don't think you're ever going to find another one like that. Also, the Siera XR4x4 sparked a bit of a bidding war, and it ended up selling for, I think it's £6,250. That's before fees. So yeah, that was strong money for the Siera. Now I am making this outro as we're just about to leave the auction, and a couple of the cars did sell as provisional, but I know that James and his team will work their magic and some of them cars may have been sold. As always, I'll put the hammer price, even if they're provisional, and I'll say what they sold for and if they sold. If they say do not sell, then they haven't sold, but they do try their best to make sure these cars sell. I really enjoyed the sale today. It was great to see a few of you subscribers come up to me. It's nice to put YouTube names to real life faces. And if you do want to attend WB & Sons' next classic car auction, it's on the 2nd of December. If you're up here in the northeast or even in the north of England, it's well worth the trip across to visit WB & Sons. But most importantly, I stuck to the plan today and I kept my hands in my pockets for this one. So yeah, we haven't come back with anything. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, we'll see you guys later.